I'm Zak.
And I'm Buzz.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ranking some of the Krampus films that we've actually seen.
That we've seen. Okay.
So,
what do we got first?
First up, Mother Krampus.
Mother Krampus.
Or Mother Krampus 2 Sleigh Ride.
Right.
Which is what we discovered when we actually put it in the DVD player.
Right. Because the actual cover actually just says Mother Krampus. Whereas, as you say, it's a sequel. But it didn't have any obvious thing. And on the cover, it depicts a lady who looks like she's come out of a TV screen.
Yeah, she kind of looks a bit Christmassy, I guess.
She's in like a Christmas outfit, like a Santa Claus outfit.
Misleading front cover, this one.
She also looks, she's in a forest, and she also looks like the thing, what's the one, the Ring, which comes out the TV screen.
Yeah.
So if you can imagine that character with a red dress on and a hood, like Red Riding Hood, has nothing to do with the movie at all.
Has nothing to do
with the movie. In fact, Krampus, I believe, was never even mentioned in the movie.
No. It's just called Mother Krampus. There is no connection to Krampus whatsoever. It's really mind-boggling.
It was it was Christmas in the movie.
Yeah.
But that's it.
It's just about an escaped lunatic that kills some people. And the weird thing about it was that if you're a fan of the Halloween franchise, it looked like a Captain Kirk Halloween mask.
Yeah, it looked like they'd done
They put a wig on it.
It was basically female Michael Myers.
Yeah, but really bad.
Really bad.
So bad.
So it's okay. This is in the number one position at the moment because we haven't looked at any other movies.
We're gonna have to change that pronto.
Pronto, because that is a real. How did you say it? It was a big pile of
crapmas.
Yes. Anyway, what have we got next?
Next up, Krampus, the Christmas Devil.
Okay.
Now, notice the cover on this one. We're going to see another one in a minute.
Okay.
But the cover is somewhat looks like that.
Okay, now I kind of remember watching this one, but I don't think I've seen it for...
Now this, as opposed to Mother Krampus, actually has Krampus in it.
Okay.
And I thought this was going to be the super bad one, but then I saw Mother Krampus.
Hang on a second. Is this the one where Krampus has got somebody in a cage?
Yes.
Oh dear.
In a somewhat
yes, in a kind of
unclothed fashion.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
It was weird because then it had Santa in it as well, but he was effing and blinded.
Yeah, he was a bad Santa.
Bad Santa.
It's bad Santa. Bad Santa's a good movie.
Good movie.
This one isn't.
No.
Okay, so this one is now going. This seems really mad. This one's getting first place because it was actually better than Mother Krampus.
And I didn't even think that was possible.
No, Krampus the Christmas Devil is so bad, you kind of like thought it couldn't get any worse.
Yeah.
Until we watched Mother Krampus. Yeah, we'll never get that time back.
Oh dear.
Okay, so now Krampus the Christmas Devil is in first position.
Oof.
Mother Krampus is at number 2.
We're going to have to change this pronto.
Okay, so what have we got?
A classic. A Christmas Horror Story.
Ah, yes.
I hear you cry out with joy.
Oh, A Christmas Horror Story. If you haven't seen A Christmas Horror Story, that is one of my favourite Christmas gems. It has actually got William Shatner in it.
Yeah, he's playing like a DJ, and it kind of revolves around his DJ radio station.
Yeah.
It kind of acts almost as an anthology movie. It's got a couple of different things going on.
I like it because it's all set at Christmas Eve, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Christmas Eve in Bailey Downs.
Bailey Downs actually comes up in another movie.
Yeah, do you remember?
Let me think. Listeners are going to be screaming at me right now. See, that's it. It's like when you have things like Nightmare on Elm Street, which are in what's Nightmare on Elm Street? Which town's that in? Oh, I can't think. What about Halloween?
Halloween. That's Haddonfield.
So you have these horror franchises that have a town that keeps recurring.
Yeah.
And Bailey Downs, it's come to me now. So
yeah.
I had to keep talking to
Good.
I was drag it out there.
I was gonna. Yeah.
Ginger Snaps.
Correct.
Ginger Snaps werewolf movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was
a very good trilogy of werewolf movies.
Yeah. I did enjoy them as a werewolf movie. And the two actresses that played Ginger and her sister,
Bridget.
That's it. And I liked the third movie on that one because that one was
a prequel.
And that
Ginger Snaps back at the beginning.
Yeah, it was Ginger Snaps.
Ginger Snaps Unleashed.
And then Ginger
Snaps back at the beginning.
But they are in Bailey Downs.
Yes.
And this is based in
Bailey Downs. I think it was made by the same people.
It's great. But William Shatner's really good in it.
Yeah.
It's really good. And the thing is, it's is it three different
Three or
stories?
four stories.
One. Okay, yeah, because you
Got the changeling one.
Changing one, some people in a school.
Locked in a school, yeah.
You've got
The Santa.
The Santa. Is there a...
Yes, it's the Krampus one where they kind of get possessed by Krampus. Do you remember that?
Yes. Yeah, that's where Krampus comes into this movie.
But he's in kind of two of the stories.
Yeah, and I like the Krampus as the Krampus that is presented
The creature design is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. They've spent the money on the Krampus creature.
Unlike Krampus the Christmas Devil.
if you actually see...
He's just a guy in a hood.
If you actually watch Christmas Horror Story, the Krampus in that, it's white. It makes a change because it's a white Krampus.
Yeah.
And I do believe after watching, I think it was behind the scenes.
He's muscular.
He's a really big muscle bodybuilder. And and as you say, the design was great.
I think this movie has pretty much anything you could want.
Yeah.
It's got action, horror,
and a really good twist.
Oh, that twist!
And I am not spoiling the twist for anything, but it has got a brilliant twist that not only is like it just makes you laugh, but it's just like, oh man,
it tops it off. It tops it off.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, without a shadow of a doubt, Christmas Horror Story goes into number 1. There it is.
Okay, we're getting in.
What have we got next?
Next up,
Dun, dun, dun.
Krampus.
Now this was a big budget one, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was the kind of mainstream big budget Krampus movie. Okay. Now, if you look at the front cover, compared to Christmas Devil.
They've just literally almost copied the artwork.
Because I think we got Krampus the Christmas Devil first. And you thought it was that one.
Yeah.
We then later got Krampus the big budget version the next year. So we were really disappointed with the Christmas Devil.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Krampus takes it up a notch. I mean, it was a good fun movie.
I like it.
And I've watched it a couple of times.
Because Krampus in it is big.
Yeah.
He's kind of like wearing a big red hood.
Yeah,
and he kind of has like a Santa face, but the big tongue.
But he's not giving away too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's kind of silhouetted because he's jumping across roofs and stuff because they've got loads of CGI and stuff.
It's a difficult one to place now because having that one against the Christmas Horror Story, I mean, this episode is about Krampus.
Yeah.
And that film is about Krampus, whereas Christmas Horror Story has Krampus in it.
But he's on the front cover. Look, the bauble.
He's in it, but he's not the main character.
That is true.
Ooh, this is a hard one.
That is tough.
Yeah.
It's definitely above Mother Krampus and A Christmas Devil.
There is a huge chasm, the chasm of Gunnan Gap between Krampus, A Christmas Devil, and A Christmas Horror Story. But where were we going to put Krampus compared to the Christmas Horror Story?
I think, personally, if we're going for the horror factor, the scarier Krampus is in Krampus 2015.
Yep.
But I really do like the depiction of Krampus in A Christmas Horror Story.
But I think it's only fair to say that the whole focus of this podcast is about Krampus, and the movie Krampus is all about Krampus. Christmas Horror Story, as beloved as it is as a fantastic...
As a festive horror film...
Yeah, but it is not...
That is, like, top-notch.
But it's not solely Krampus. So, because simply we're discussing Krampus, I'm going to have to put Krampus in front of Christmas Horror Story. But
it feels so wrong to do that, but I feel your justification is very valid on that point.
Yeah, I kind of feel A Christmas Horror Story is better in a lot of ways than to Krampus. But Krampus is a total Krampus movie.
What I really like about A Christmas Horror Story is kind of that anthology style, because it's very different. You don't usually get films like that now.
Yep.
Whereas everything's more kind of the single story.
Yeah. But what I do recall about Krampus, the movie, is that there's a lot of physical effects in it.
Yeah, it's got like, I think Krampus actually got like all these little minions.
Yeah, he's got like these clown type
toys and things.
There's
an evil gingerbread man at one point.
Yeah, it's not so much. Was there any CGI in it? Perhaps a little.
A bit when he's jumping across the roofs.
Right, but the rest of it is all physical effects.
Yeah.
And actually, I quite like that. That's very 80s, and it was very well done.
Yeah, because it's kind of almost...
And very creepy.
Yeah, because in that, it's kind of like a base under siege, but it's the family house.
Yeah, the family house. Yeah.
And they get snowed in, and it turns out that
But the family themselves aren't a very nice family.
No, most of them have it coming.
That's why Krampus is coming to visit. You know, remember Krampus. If you hear the bells,
remember the 5th of December.
It might not be Santa. Okay, so we're going to leave it because this is a Krampus episode. Krampus is going in front of Christmas Horror Story. Mm-hmm. If I could, anyway, it's going to stay there. What have we got next?
Our final one.
Okay, out of the 10 that you found, and the 5 that we've watched.
Yeah, we're going to have to do another one next year when we've seen the other 5.
Yeah.
Final one. Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale. Oh.
Suit you, sir.
Creme de la creme.
Suit you, sir.
This is really good.
Now, this one is actually it's Scandinavian, yeah?
Yeah.
It's a Scandinavian movie. So along the same sort of lines as Troll Hunter.
Similar.
Dead Snow.
Yeah, it's subtitled, so it does have that.
But it does have some English speakers in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are people that speak English. So as long as you don't mind reading the subtitles, and you don't find that detracts from the movie,
which I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. But it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Oh. Really good. You said that the Krampus in the movie, all the listeners are getting, I'm saying Krampus so much. The last movie, which is called Krampus, had a gigantic Krampus in it.
Yeah.
Rare Exports
has a
kaiju Krampus. It's ridiculous.
Because it kind of revolves around the fact that they kind of discover this kind of ancient burial mound.
Yeah, it's like Krampus has become, the December the 5th Krampus runs festival kind of thing. That it's a thing which is become a tradition, but everybody actually has forgotten the reality behind it.
Yeah.
And then they accidentally discover the reality behind it.
Well, that's the thing. They think they have captured Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They do. Now, that might sound comical in a way, but they think they have, but they haven't.
It's the way it's presented is so creepy.
Yeah, for me, what gets me is the elves.
Yeah. Yeah.
The elves.
Because that's it. They think it's Santa, but they're actually the elves.
The elves are old men.
Yeah.
And they think that that's Santa.
Yeah.
Because people have this preconception of that Santa is
a bearded old man.
And it's not, they are old naked men, actually.
Yeah.
But they are so creepy.
So creepy. They just kind of stare at you.
And then they find Krampus.
They can smell the blood of children.
They can smell children, you see. That's what kind of reanimates
because they kind of kidnap the children and everything.
Oh, man, it's a good movie, that one.
Makes you watch it, doesn't it?
But the thing is, it's the star of the movie is the little boy.
Yeah.
And he has been in, what was that Samuel L. Jackson movie?
Big Game.
Big Game. And I think he's been in several movies, that little lad.
Since this, yeah.
Yeah, and he does a fantastic job. And I love he's got his little toy.
It looks like just like a furry bag.
On a string.
That he drags across the floor. It's so cute. It's so cute.
Come with me, Whoopie. I want a Whoopie.
Yeah. There you go.
Should have a Christmas Whoopie.
We talked about budget Christmas this year.
Yeah. Well, budget Christmas? We're having Imagination Christmas.
I've got a pogo stick.
I've got a Hulu.
Woohoo! Imagination Christmas.
Yay!
That was a Simpsons reference.
That's right. It's because everybody's got no money this year. Got to think about paying the bills. So anyway, Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale. Totally a Krampus movie.
Definitely recommended. Definitely recommended. So I think for the kind of lead position, it's the difference between the mainstream Krampus movie and Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale, which is kind of almost our preferred go-to when it comes to Krampus.
Yeah, when you're talking Krampus, it would be Rare Exports for me.
Yeah, I personally Rare Exports, but I think if you're new to Krampus, you want to see what Krampus is all about,
go to Krampus.
Go to Krampus 2015, the mainstream version.
And if you're familiar with Krampus, then definitely go for A Christmas Horror Story.
Definitely recommended. Mother Krampus and Krampus the Christmas Devil. Yeah, you can pass on those.
Yeah, unless you are a complete film nut who is happy to give up that time to watching them just so that you know you've watched them. Yeah, watch them, but don't spend any money on them.
Yeah, please. Get them free if you can.
Get them free if you can, or if somebody
if anyone wants them free on DVD, Comment below.
Comment below.
Postage charges may apply.
Yeah, postage charges may apply. Yeah, unless you can come pick them up. Anyway, so so we're going to put rare exports top of the list.
I think so.
Okay, so let's have a rundown.
Okie dokie. In 5th place we have
Mother Krampus.
In 4th place we have
Krampus the Christmas Devil.
In 3rd place we have
A Christmas Horror Story.
In 2nd place
Krampus.
In 1st place
Rare Exports, A Christmas Tale. Oh, that's so choice.
What a fine selection. Well,
selection.
the top 3. The top 3 are fine selection. The other 2
we won't talk about.
We'll chuck them in the bin.
Bargain bucket bin.
Bargain bucket, yeah. That's a big Krampusnacht. Goodbye from Zak.
And that's listen out for the bells on Krampusnacht. Goodbye from Buzz. Goodbye.
Good Krampusnacht.